بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Now the first ayah is actually about fasting. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. Those of you who have faith, fasting is mandated on you just like it was on those who came before you. In other words, your fasting is no different from their fasting. It's just like their fasting. This is the ayah before Ramadan about the fasting that we used to do before even Ramadan started. But I want to tell you something about this fasting before I go on. My second point about Ramadan. How many days did I say before Ramadan? 9. Actually, roughly 9. Allah says, أَيَّامًا مَعْدُودَاتٍ. They're just a handful of days. And ma'dudah is more. Ma'dudat, jam'u qilla naqul bil Arabiya. Jam'u mu'annath salim, jam'u qilla. They say it's a minimal plural. In other words, it's just a handful of days. So before Ramadan, we didn't have to fast 30 days. We only had to fast maybe a little over a week. Number one. Allah calls it a few days. Number two. By the way, is that easier or harder than Ramadan? 9 days versus 30. What's easier? 9 days is way easier. Number two. فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مَرِيضًا أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ فَعِدَّةٌ مِنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخَرٍ. Whoever of you is traveling or he's sick, then they can make it up later days. If you miss those fasting days, you can make them up later, and your excuses are two, either health reasons or travel. You got two excuses. But there's another provision, وَعَلَى الَّذِينَ يُطِيقُونَهُ فِدْيَةٌ طَعَامُ مِسْكِينٍ. Those who can afford it and have the power to do so, also means those who had the power to fast and they were like, I don't know, I don't feel like it. I don't want to fast. They can actually even pay for it later. They can feed an orphan as compensation for not having fasted. So there was two ways you can make up a fast. What were the two ways? Come on. You can make it up? Number one. What's number two? Sisters, are you alive? What's number two? You can feed, not your husband, no, not your husband. You can feed a poor person. And she goes, yeah, my husband. I'm kidding. So, you can feed a poor person. You have two options. And how many days did I say? 9. Allah says about Ramadan, whoever witnesses this month, فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرَ فَلْيَصُمْهُ. Whoever witnesses this month should fast the entirety of it. Is that easier or harder? That's harder. Now it's 30 days versus, or give or take 30 days versus 9 days. Then he says, فَمَنْ كَانَ مَرِيضًا أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ فَعِدَّةٌ مِنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخَرٍ. Whoever was traveling and sick, he can make it up. So you can, if you miss a fast, what should you do? Make it up. What used to be option number 2? You could pay. You could pay. That option's no longer mentioned. The option's taken away. So did fasting just get easier or get harder? Fasting just got harder. And the option has been taken away. The extra option of you can just pay your way out of it is taken away. And then Allah adds, and now the moment you're thinking, man, this just got hard. Imagine those Muslims back in the day. They were used to 9 and all of a sudden it's 30 and it's all of them. And you can't even pay your way out of it. They're thinking it's hard. The very next words in the ayah, يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ بِكُمُ الْيُسْرَ وَلَا يُرِيدُ بِكُمُ الْعُسْرَ. Allah wants ease for you. He doesn't want difficulty for you. How incredible is that? Like He knew what we were thinking. I know what you're thinking. I know you think it's going to be hard. Let me tell you, I don't want any hardship. So He says now, I want ease for you. فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرَ فَلْيَصُمْ وَمَنْ كَانَ مَرِيضًا أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ فَعِدَّةٌ مِنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخَرٍ. يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ بِكُمُ الْيُسْرَ. Allah wants ease for you. He says He wants ease for me. Why did He make the days of fasting more? How come He took the opportunity to give fidya and get out of the problem, pay my way out, pay the fine and I'm done? How come He took that away? Allah means bigger than just the ease you're thinking, not the ease of fasting only. He wants ease for you in your life. You will never have ease in your life if you don't have guidance. And you will not have guidance until you have taqwa. Allah wants your life to be easy. And ease will come only with guidance. That's what He wants for you. That's why He gave you Ramadan. So He said, Ramadan's tough, bro. But Allah wants ease for me. That's the attitude. And وَلَا يُرِيدُ بِكُمُ الْعُسْرَ. He doesn't want difficulty for you. Let me tell you, if I'm talking to my daughter and I say, you know what, I'm putting you in summer school. I'm going to put you in an extra math class. She's like, oh, summer, I wanted to have vacation. And I put my hand over her shoulder and I say, I don't want difficulty for you. Or first I say, I want you to be happy. And then I say, I don't want you to be sad. Isn't that saying the same thing? I want you to be happy. And what else did I say? I don't want you to be sad. Isn't that the same thing? But somehow when a father lovingly says it to his child, I want you to be happy, I don't want you to be sad, the second time around it just hits you. Yeah, Dad wouldn't want me to be sad. Allah wants ease for you. And He doesn't want difficulty for you. And let me tell you why I gave you this month. Do you get your training certificate? If your training program was 30 days, do you get your certificate if you do 15 days and get out? No. What happens to most people that join a workout program, like an intense workout program? They drop out because the waswasa is too strong. You can't do it, you can't do it. Come on, why are you killing yourself? Look at that donut over there. Come on, come on. And I can't do this. I'm done. I did a whole week, bro. You know, if shaitan was around, we'd start giving up on fasting in like a week. We don't. You know why? Shaitan's not around. And by the way, let me tell you something else.